This is a homage beat.
Grace and peace. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of I Saw the Lord. It's your boy Brandon, and this is a very, very, very special episode. It's actually the last one. It's kind of crazy to think where God has taken us to, how far we have come. Just so thankful for everybody who's come and partnered and been a part of this. It's just a phenomenal thing. I never thought that I would accomplish all of this because it's a lot of work, man. A lot of work doing 40 chapters and podcasting them. It takes a great deal of commitment. So I just thank you for just bearing with me. Those who have been listening, and those who have came and partnered with me. It's just been a great time. And like I said, it's kind of crazy to think that it's coming to an end. That we had concept number 40 and it's about to be done. And so I wanted to make sure this one was very, very, very special. Most of you guys know who've been with me from the beginning that I started off with my brother Brent, and we were just plugging away. I'm doing the podcast, and just God has just been a huge blessing in his life, and just had him go into other endeavors. And so we definitely missed Brent, but we kept it moving. But I was like, I gotta get my guy back for the last one. I do whatever it takes to get him back for this last one. So we were talking and just trying to nail down the time when would be best for us, and we got a time nailed down. So I'm so excited to have my brother Brent back. Back, the champ is here.
Glad to be
the
back,
champ
brother.
is here. My brother is back on the podcast, and just number one, how you doing, and just tell the people how's life been treating you, because from one podcaster to another, how does it feel, man?
Man, it's a blessing, man. Life has been good. God has been better, and He's just been orchestrating my life, my family, and. I was just telling you earlier before we even kicked on, man, it's just like, even when it comes to this segment, what we're getting into today, it's like, man, it's just been so good. The ups and downs and everything. I just don't want it to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be over, but I know it'll be better when it is. And man, we've been able to focus our efforts with the company, Diverse Legacies, and then
tell them where they can find it at.
They can find us. You just go to diverselegacies.com and check out what we're all about. And if you want to get our podcast, The Inheritance, where we are just dropping just inheritances all in the state of North Carolina. We try to make it stay focused, so people could kind of see the good work that was going on in here. So we got massive amounts of content from some of the best professionals in the state, man. Specifically RDU area. Okay. Getting ready to drop, man.
And what's the focus, so people know what exactly Diverse Legacies is, and even the podcast, The Inheritance? What is it actually about?
Yeah, so Diverse Legacies is our financial solutions firm.
Okay.
So we're all about creating legacy for you and your family financially. We focus specifically in the area of cash flow replenishment. And so we believe that if you can get up every day and go make a living, then you need to be able to protect that. And so we protect money. I'm
Everybody
the cash
like to
flow.
hear that.
And we help you answer that question. What is your plan to replenish cash flow in the event there's a disruption of cash flow, specifically due to you being sick or hurt? The thing that's going to take you out from producing income. So that's what we do at the firm, and amongst a whole lot of other things, working with business owners, industry professionals, church eldership. It's been a roller coaster thus far. And I was kind of reading a meme the other day, and it said, why are you worried about how you're gonna why are you worried about how it's gonna end when you haven't even started yet? And I got to thinking about, oh my goodness, we really haven't even started yet. And so it's just so promising. Again, it's just that energy that I that I feel. The podcast though was something that I had put off all 2017. And so I was like, I was supposed to do some content, do some stuff, and I was like, you know what, man, this year 2018 I'm starting it. I'm just gonna do it. And I wanted to bring people into my world. I was meeting and still meeting some of just the most brilliant people, man, through my line of work. And I'm like, man, I got to get you on my podcast. Like, I got to get you to come say what you do, but I need you to drop an inheritance, right? The inheritance was all about, you know, because all of us receive where we are in life is simply because of our inheritance. And that's why I wanted to make it about the inheritance, like what you were passed down physically, what you were passed down mentally, like what did your mom and dad instill in you, those truths and principles, right? They gave you an inheritance, and it's gotten you where you are today. So I wanted to kind of further it and start dropping inheritances on people, man. And they come to the show and they are dropping bombs, man. It's so good, man. Literally, it's so good. I'll do shows myself. I got content just out of this world. We got 2 brand new shows that's gonna drop next week.
Okay.
One is from industry expert from Citrix on digital transformation in North Carolina, specifically RDU.
Okay.
We got another one from a CPA firm. I was gonna talk taxes and business. I mean, it's just it's so much that I want to do. That I'm like, I gotta center it, but I know those 2 things I was gonna do well, DL and the podcast. So those are my main focus, you know, right now, and where God is taking me. And I'm just having so much fun, B. I'm having so much fun doing it.
Nah, and I'm super happy for you. Like I said, we've been knowing each other for like 2 years, and I think just for me, just supporting each other. You've always been a great support. Just from the moment I met, from the moment we met, you called me because you were part of I forget what's the team called at church where First Impressions team calls me just having a good time, just connected right off the bat. And so I want to do whatever I can to support. So it's
we
just
gotta
not
bring you on the show, man. Talk to the book.
Absolutely, man. Anything that I can do to support. You've always, like I said, you've been a huge supporter of me. Just my family, just being there, even like from the very beginning, helping us move into this place. So we've got a lot of history. So I'm just glad to see, because you weren't doing this before when I met, and so it's nice to see how God has allowed you to transition to pretty much doing business for yourself. The thing that, like I was saying earlier, that I love about you, you've taught me so many things. I think one I can say it's hospitality. You know, it's nice outside, but I made sure that I drove once you came up in here, so you ain't have to walk. One thing I learned from my brother Brand's hospitality, and then just seeing your hunger and your passion for something that you love. It's like almost like, because I'm always in this tension where I'm at a job where I love and I appreciate, but it's not in my field. So I'm always excited to see people who are in their field and loving what they're doing. And if you can't tell just by listening to Brand's voice, this is passion in what he's doing, and not just his passion, that he cares about people. That he's not doing this necessarily to make a profit, but that he cares about what's securing you financially. You know, that's the big primary goal, and those are the people you want to support. Those are the people you want to uplift. And so I definitely want to make time to shout you out, to show what you're doing, because it's important. It's extremely important. So if you guys get a chance, go check out diverselegacy.com and subscribe to the Inheritance Podcast. Like I say, dropping jewels, and it's things that we need, especially in our community.
You can catch us on Apple iTunes and Google Music.
There you go, man.
And so we're there. Just type in Inheritance. We'll be right there.
There you go, man. So just get knowledge just on all fronts, man. So I'm like I said, I'm so excited to be here. It's bittersweet because it's the last one that we hear, but it's just good to see the journey where God has brought us to, and that's why the title of this concept is "Why Must There Be an End?" You know, like, because I could have kept going, but I was like, I've got to cap it. You know, I did 20 abstract and then 20 concrete, and I was like, 40 is enough.
Yeah.
But I kept coming up with more, but I was like, I'm gonna have to cut it short.
Yeah.
And I ended the last chapter on why must there be an end. And again, like some of the questions, you're like, Brandon, where are you going?
Yeah.
And once you get to the end, you see exactly the punch and what's going on. And I start off by saying this. I say, it is said that all good things must come to an end. However, is there some truth to this? Are there some things that can last forever? So my first question for you, and I'll answer it first. I say, can you think of something that you've enjoyed that had to come to an end? And even though this hasn't happened for me, and I'll answer first, like I said, I'm a father of a almost 2-year-old. She'll be 2 in August, and just the joy that you just have, just having a little toddler around, and just that dynamic where she's in complete need of me, need me to feed her, need me to change her, need me to do every single thing for her. And as a father, I just enjoy that, you know. But I realize there's going to come a point in time where our relationship is going to change, where she's going to become less and less dependent upon me, and that I've got to train her to what? Not stay here, but to go out into the world, to be a productive member of society, and God willing, to be a wife. So and even as a father, training her, hey, this is the right guy you look out for. You know, and as hard as that's gonna be for me, and as long as I want to delay that, it's gonna come a point where that relationship where she's completely dependent on me is gonna end. And I've got to be willing to come to grips with that. And so when I was like going through and just writing my notes, I was like, man, that's something that's eventually going to come to an end. Can you think of something that in your life that you either enjoyed or whatever it is that it's just going to come to an end?
I know.
We got to face that reality.
I know my life going to come to an end. I know that's going to come to an end. But to be transparent too, you know, I'm getting, because I've been in business, I've been able to kind of build my time more with my family, right? So it's like, you know, I got a 10-year-old son. When he comes and he visits, you know, because he you know, I had him out of wedlock. So he comes and he visits, man, I don't want that to end. You know, and it's like, Brent, you should have did it in marriage. You would have never had to have this problem. But it's like, you know, man, he's just growing so much, man, and we're able to have these conversations, right? For example, he was kind of struggling in school with his testing, you know, and I said, well, what's the problem? He said, you know, sometimes I just, you know, I read it, but I don't know if I understand it. So now I'm able to, well, son, you know, while you're here this week, let's dig into a book, right? And I'm going to show you how I read, and I'm going to show you some of my techniques, and I want you to take it back, and I want you to apply it, and then we'll see where we go. So we're reading, man, and he's reading. This is so crazy, man. I'm looking at my son read a book, and it's got some words in it, and I say, hey, if you can't pronounce it, put your finger on it and sound it out, etc., stuff like that. And he gets it, and he's getting it, and then he's reading it, and his reading is progressing, and then, you know, I can hear kind of tears in his eyes coming down his eyes, and his voice starting to cracking. But as a father, I'm paying it no attention. I'm like, keep on reading. And do you know, my son gets back and he takes his testing, man, and he got the highest grade he's ever gotten in his life. And I'm like, what did you do? He's like, man, I did what you told me to do, which was read. I said, son, if it's in a book, you never have to guess. It's just like God's word, right? And for him, it was just so special. It's like, I didn't want that time with him to end. Cause I got hands on with him right now. Like, man, I can't do this every day because he in Charlotte. You know what I mean? So it's like, I wish I could. My son Justice, when I come home, he's like, Daddy's home. You know, I can see him looking through the blinds. You know, the car sound when I pull up. I walk in, man, he grabbing on my